Hey G Squad, so I am so happy to be back with another video. And before we get into it, I would like to send a huge shout out to all the moms, all the grandmothers, and those of you, even the men that are out there playing the mother role. I hope you had a really wonderful day and your loved ones really showed you how much they appreciate you. I hope they do that on the regular, but I hope they really went all out on our special day, okay? So, as you can see by the title, today I'm going to be making some chicken and dumplings, okay? I have everything already laid out, and if you're new here to my channel, welcome, and please consider subscribing, but also make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like, share, and comment below, okay? So we're gonna just get right into it. As you can see, I have my my chicken laid out. Today I'm going to be using some chicken thighs, and they've already been, okay, so I've already washed them, okay, and took the fat out and everything. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and season them. Now, some people, they do their chicken and dumpling a different way. Some people cook it inside the pot, with the along with their vegetables and the other ingredients that they're going to be using. However, I'm going to season my chicken, and then I'm going to actually put it in the air fryer, and that's going to kind of like help to speed the process. However, if you don't have an air fryer and you're going to use the oven, I just put the oven on like 350 to 400 degrees. It depends on your oven because they cook really fast, and I don't want to cook them all the way, but I just want to get most of the process done, separately, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to season. And, again, if you're new here to my channel, my motto is just, season your food to your liking. Definitely be mindful of your health first, and then, your taste buds, okay? So I'm just going in with some black pepper. I'm going to add some accent to it. And again, these are spices that I like. I'm going to use some complete seasoning. And I will list the ingredients in the description box of this video. I like garlic, so I'm going to add some garlic powder. And then now I'm going to go ahead with some of this Tony Creole seasoning. Now this has salt in it, and so I'm just going to use this, just a little, not too much. Okay, so that's good right there. And that's pretty much it as far as the seasonings on the meat. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and mix this in. And so while I'm mixing this, I'm going to go ahead and start my air fryer. I already have it plugged in. Okay, and I want to bake it. And so it's already on 400 degrees for about 17 minutes. I may not use the entire 17 minutes, but then I'm going to start, okay? And so now I have my thighs, nice and seasoned. And I didn't do a heavy seasoning because it's going to go into the broth, and my broth is I'm using chicken broth, which I'll show you in a minute, okay? So now, these are seasoned. I'm going to put these off to the side, and once the air fryer indicates to pop them in, I'll do that. And then in the meantime, we're going to get started with chopping up the vegetables. So I'm going to rinse my hands. Okay, so now the vegetables that I'm going to be using, I have 2 carrots, and I've already washed the carrots off, and I use my, that grater, and I skinned the carrots. Then I have 2 stalks of celery. Also, I'm going to be using this entire onion. It's like a medium-sized onion. I already skinned it. So, I have my cutting board here. And y'all, once you hear that beep, that's the indicator for me to pop the chicken in. And so what I'm going to do, so y'all won't be distracted by the noise of the air fryer, I'm just going to add just a little music in while you watch me, you know, cut up these vegetables, okay? I'm going to be using to make our dumplings. So here in this cup I have 1 cup of all-purpose flour. So now I'm going to dump that in there. And so earlier I told you that I took out half a cup of the broth. And so some people use water. You can use water to add to make your dumplings. Some people use it's heavy cream, I believe, but I want my dumplings to be kind of seasoned, so therefore I'm going to use the chicken broth instead. So I'm going to add that to it. This is half a cup of chicken broth. Now I'm going to start this process off with a fork, but at some point I'm going to get in there with my hands and really, you know, knead the dough. So I'm just going to mix this around like this until it starts to like clump. When you see it clump up, then that's when you put the fork down and you get in there with your hands. Make sure your hands are really clean, you know, under your nail beds and all. Okay, so now, as you can see, it's starting to dry out. So now I'm going to go ahead and with my hands and continue the process. veggie squad. So after, it took about, I guess about 10 minutes. So this is how your dumplings or your dough is, okay? You see that? When I touch it, you see how the dough doesn't attach to my hand, so you want to, you know, get that nice smooth spring back, you know, texture, okay? So now, I'm just going to sit this off to the side, and so now we're going to check on our chicken. Okay, so this is the chicken thighs. Okay, so this is how they look. So now what I'm going to do is just take my knife and fork, and I'm just going to cut these in kind of like chunky size pieces. Now, this is your choice. You can shred yours if you choose to. You can use whatever type of chicken you like. Some people shred it. I like to just have, you know, chunks in every bite. So I'm just going to cut it right off the bones. You can see how easily it's just coming off the bone. Comment below, what's your favorite part of the chicken? I prefer the dark meat, the thighs, as well as the wings. And then the thighs, you know, you get, you know, chicken thighs, they don't cost as much as chicken breasts do. And so if you have a large family, you know, it's a very affordable way you can feed your family. And they taste good. You know, I love the taste. It has that sweetness. And then of wings, of course. So the chicken breasts in my household, it's like, you know, my significant other, he prefers the white meat, but I prefer the dark meat. Okay, so comment below what's your favorite, you know, part of the chicken. Okay, so now I'm just making my way around. And right now I have my broth and my vegetables. I have it on the low simmer. Okay. And then if you want, you know, I'm going to also add the bone. I remove the meat, you know, the majority of the meat from the bone, but I'm also going to add the bone in there, and I'll just discard it when I'm ready to shell out the food. Okay, and so that's to my liking. Okay, so now, here we go. Alright, so now this is how my chicken looks. So now, I'll go ahead and add it to my broth. It smells so delicious, so delicious. Okay, so again, just take your time. Make sure you don't splash yourself, okay? And I'm just going to add all that in there. And I did remove the skin from my my chicken. Okay? Now, that's how that looks in there. So now I'm going to go ahead into this pot. Woo! There we go. So now to this, I'm going to also season it. So I'm going to add some of my accent seasoning. Add that. Go in with some, I have some basil leaves, the dry ones. So I'll add that. Give that a stir. Put some pepper in there, just a little black pepper. Okay, so now I'm going to mix that around. And now, also now, we're going to go, now it's time to add our dumplings, okay? So, how I do it is just, and you can, you know, add it any kind, you can make balls out of it. You know, you can just break up little pieces and just drop them in there. Okay, so I'm just going to just break off little pieces like so. And then just Add them right to my broth and my chicken. It smells so good. You know, just push it down in there. So this is how it looks. And now I'm just going to take my spoon and just push everything down in there. Okay. So this is how it looks so far. So now I'm going to put the lid on this and let it simmer for about 20 minutes, and then we'll pop back in. Alright, family, so this is our chicken and dumplings. Nice and done and hearty. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the bones. But that's it, it's done. So quick and easy. As you see, it's still meat on the bone, which I'll eat that off camera. Okay. That's our chicken and dumplings. So, I have my bowl right here. And let me scoop some out. Oh, it smells so good. Look at that. Alright, G Squad, so this is our chicken and dumplings. Look at that hearty bowl. Alright, y'all, I cannot wait to sink my teeth into this hearty goodness. Smells so good, so good. Y'all see all that? Look at all that goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna get a dumpling on here and try to get a little bit of everything on the spoon. And this is hot, hot, hot. Oh, it smells so good. Oh man. Wow. That's so good. So good. It's a dumpling. Oh, it's so hot. Oh man. Oh, so good. Wow. You know what would go good with this? If you had like some Texas toast or some type of any type of bread, to tell you the truth. It's so good. Oh my goodness. Woo, hot, hot. This is so good, family. Oh man. And oh, also I wanted to mention, like, I made my my chicken dumplings kind of like a soup version. However, if you want like a thicker consistency, just take like maybe like half a cup of whatever, you know, liquid you're going to be using. In my case, I used the broth. And then maybe like a teaspoon or maybe half a teaspoon of the cornstarch. Okay, and then just put that in your mixture, stir it up, and then let it simmer, and that'll add like a little thicker consistency, you know, to your liquid if you want. But I wanted mine like more like a, you know, a consistency of soup. Okay, fam, this came out really good. I will make sure I'll leave the all the ingredients that I use. You know, again, you know, seasoned to your taste, but the combination of the ingredients that I use, mwah, so good. And then also, you know, after you get everything in your pot, make sure you go and taste it. And if you have to add a little something, you know, do that. But just do a gradual buildup of seasonings, because once you add too much, you can't take away. Okay, so just, you know, don't be afraid to taste it. And but it's so good. This is so good. It's, oh, so good. Listen, you know something has to be good if you're going to risk burning your mouth to get it in there. Yeah, but family, I'm going to go ahead and slay this off camera. But once again, I thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If it wasn't your flavor, it's alright. You could give me a thumbs down. My feelings will not be hurt. And if you have visited my channel several times, please just go ahead and join. Subscribe. It's free. Free 99. I keep saying, no credit check. Free 99. Instant approval. Okay? Love you guys. Be safe. Stay positive. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye. Mwah.